Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Jeff Thompson. While in attendance at the National Federation of the Blind Convention 2019, held in Las Vegas, Nevada, I attended the Aira Party. It was a great time. Got a free Lyft ride over there just by opening up my app, putting in the code, got a ride there and a ride back. But what went on in the party was something else. The comedian came on. Then President Suman Kanagante came out and introduced us to Mike Randall, the new CEO of Aira. He also announced a partnership with Bose to help make the next generation of the Aira glasses. It's pretty exciting news. And before I open up Aira to get my lift for the ride back to the Mandalay Bay Resort, I talked to a representative from the autonomous car company that is supplying autonomous cars for Lyft in Las Vegas. And it all starts out with a chat with Michael Hinkson as we talk about Aira, the Aira access points, college, and a lot more surrounding Aira and the service they provide. So without further ado, here's Michael Hinkson. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Jeff Thompson. I'm in Las Vegas at the 2019 NFB convention, and I'm at the Aira table talking to Michael Hinkson. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you here, Michael.
Good crowd today.
Yes, it is. It's really crowded. How's Aira doing here?
Aira's doing really well. We are showing, of course, all of the traditional Aira products, the Horizon Aira system, the other capabilities with Aira. Aira Access is available here at the convention, so anyone who is here this week can use Aira for free. And we're doing our best just to make people more aware of what Aira is, how it works, and demonstrating to people that they can use this system and be a lot more efficient and independent than probably without it.
Well, that's great. You guys had a lot of breakout sessions. I've been getting all the messages, and I attended a couple of them.
I hate asking people where the darn restroom is. Like, I hate it. It's just one of those things that you're just like, a sighted person can see the sign over there. Why can't I? To be able to message an agent, so there's a silent feature in here where you can actually, using your iPhone, there's a button there that says start a call with a message. And what that means is that you can actually text an agent, you can start a call silently, and there's a checkbox there that says I can't talk right now. And at that point, you either using a braille display or using your iPhone keyboard, you can text a message to the agent to say, hey, I'm looking for the exit, or I'm looking for the restroom, or whatever else. And if you have an earbud in your ear, or something like that, they can talk to you, and it'll flag on their dashboard that says, this person can't talk right now. So they don't expect communication from you. They're basically just providing visual interpretation based on your request.
Yeah, we're really excited. We've done 6 sessions. We're also going to a number of the special interest divisions and chapter meetings, and that's keeping us pretty busy. Aira is the main sponsor of the convention this year. We're excited that Aira was able to do that, and that the NFB has embraced the concept of what Aira provides, and the fact that what we're doing is not in any way diminishing people's skills, but rather what we're doing is giving people more information so that they can make better decisions.
Well, that's great. When you say being busy, it seems like the Explorers are keeping you guys busy.
The Explorers are keeping us busy. We had over 2,000 calls yesterday. That's a record for us. We had 1,100 the same day at the convention last year. We've got between 4,500 and 5,000 Explorers. We're really hoping for lots of sign-ups this week, and we're getting a great number of sign-ups. People are signing up as guests because of the fact that it doesn't cost anything to use Aira while they're here. So there's a lot of buzz around what Aira's doing. Everywhere I go, I've been hearing people talking to Aira agents, which is kind of cool.
Well, there's a lot of other ways to be using Aira for free too, even colleges.
There is this whole concept called Aira Access, where organizations have purchased Aira time so that what they're able to do is make Aira available to anyone who comes into their facility. Walgreens, for example, has made all of their stores completely Aira Access available. A number of colleges have done it. I think Texas A&M is the newest one that has just signed. Kansas State University.
Good morning, fellow Federationists. This is Craig Stilson from Aira.
Aira, being the elite sponsor of the NFB convention, came across right during the interview to announce the Aira Party going on later that evening. There was the blind comedian.
charge $25.
Announcing the partnership with Bose and the Bose frames.
I am currently wearing not the Horizon glasses, but something called Bose frames. I want to appreciate our partners who came all the way from Boston down to San Diego to make sure they are building the next generation of glasses with Aira for us.
And then Aira President Suman Kanigante introducing Mike Randall, the new CEO of Aira.
The next thing, one of the important persons who is in this room today is the person that I was looking or searching for the past 6 months or so. Aira, we know we have a good number of explorers out there using for the service. But for us, it's a startup, right? We got to prove everything from the business, from the value proposition, from the adoption, and also scale it. When we think about scaling, it's not about thousands of people, right? We need to start thinking about how do we get Aira as a utility to those millions of people out there. So the reason I went out and started looking for somebody is to help Aira get Aira in the hands of millions. Yeah, we are gonna get Aira in the hands of millions. So this person comes to us from Yahoo, when internet business was not a thing, yeah? Like when nobody, internet was not even there. He had shared me a bunch of different stories. And then he was at Facebook, when everybody thought Facebook was just a social media. How we know what it is. And he was also at Snapchat. So for a person to see the potential that we got coming from Silicon Valley, having that experience on understanding how to build a business and get it to the masses, but at the same time, this is super most important for me, at the same time having that passion for the customer is what Mike Randall, Aira's new CEO, brings in. So let's welcome Mike Randall to say a few words with us.
No pressure. So we're out of time, so I'm going to say a couple things. But I had a couple things, quickly. So I had a rule in my career. I think I'm going to break this rule, that I would never get on stage and follow a comedian. Because all you're going to do is suck. But then I realized, sitting at the chair in the corner, that rule no longer applies. I am never getting on stage again following Suman following a comedian at an Explorer party. Because that is a recipe to be awful. But seriously, Suman's put a lot of pressure. Greg says that we have to take this to an orbit, is that right?
That's right.
Look, I'm here to make this thing work and to scale it to millions of people, millions of explorers. That is not possible without the people in this room, continuing to be part of our service and part of this community and part of this family. But the one thing I need you to tell your friends. That's true. I need you to convince your friends and their friends and their friends. The best salespeople we have for this business and the ability for us to scale is going to be everybody that's not on stage, but everybody that's sitting in the seats. And so you tell us what we have to do. You tell us what we need to do to help you. Because if you go out there, we will be with you side by side, and we will be able to get this technology to millions of people globally. But it's going to take all of us in this room, and it's going to take our best sellers, and our best sellers are the people with their butts in the seats. So I'm going to get off the stage and let people way more articulate than me, but I'll be around the rest of this evening, and if anybody wants to catch up with me, I'm available. But thank you for the warm welcome, and have a wonderful night.
And afterwards, I went outside to talk to a representative from the company providing autonomous vehicles available through Lyft and available only in Las Vegas.
Aptiv is a global technology company which basically develops safer, greener, more connected solutions enabling future mobility. No, you can't get in the car. You can actually experience it using the Lyft app. We actually demonstrate these vehicles. We drop you off and pick you up to your destination. So using the Lyft app, we have a partnership with Lyft where we'll go and pick up passengers and explain the technology to them.
So you have a phone too?
So as far as ride sharing and autonomous vehicles, you can only experience this in Las Vegas. But we do have other main technical centers where we do a lot of research and development. Right now, the reason why we're in Vegas is because Nevada legalized autonomous vehicles. In the states, in the U.S. today, there's only about 5 to 7 states that allow the autonomous vehicles. So, we're here educating people about autonomous vehicles, but this is the future here. Years from now, this will be rolled out. Probably start off more of like a fleet of using transits and ride sharing. So, Nevada's been very welcoming to the technology.
And probably working heavily with legislation.
That is the main goal. That's the major setback for a lot of autonomous companies. But more states are adopting because they see that it's going to help.
What kind of response have you been getting from the people, the users?
Very good response. So we have with Lyft, we have a 4.95 rating. When we pick up passengers, they're very interested in the technology. In fact, they go back and rate us very well.
So what about someone that's blind or visually impaired that gets to a destination? How do they know exactly where they are?
That's where Aira comes in. They'll be able to communicate you and help you with that.
Perfect.
Use Aira for free here at the convention and here in the party tonight. Thank you so much.
You're not alone here, Michael.
Yeah, I know. So a number of colleges are using Aira. Texas A&M just did it. Kansas State University just has signed an Aira access agreement. They are going to be making all of their campuses accessible. Princeton University, a number of universities, University of California, San Diego, and more universities will be doing it because it's the easiest way and the most efficient way immediately to make anything that is visual available for blind people to be able to use. So you go into a classroom, professors are putting things up on projectors, or perhaps doing the old-fashioned thing of drawing things on boards, but they're not describing it. An Aira agent can describe that to an Aira user. So we're really excited about the fact that education is embracing it, and we're seeing more of that actually happening this year and on a regular basis.
Well, I think that's really great because, like a chalkboard may be pretty busy and stuff like that, but they can take a picture and do a description of it that you can access later as well.
That's true. One of the neat things about Aira is that whatever is being described is something that an agent can photograph if the user requests it, put in their file, and then they can call it back later in order to get the information off of it.
Yesterday I was up at there's an Asian food place up in the food court, and I just stood back a second and I thought, well, hey, I'm going to use Aira here. Tyler had me move my camera and he took 2 pictures and he read me the menu, so I confidently went up there and ordered exactly what I wanted, and I knew what to say instead of saying, what do you have?
What do you have? Right. And that's so cool. I mean, ideally every restaurant would put their menus in Braille and make them available. It's not happening. We're not an inclusive society yet. We're a visually centric society. It's something that we have to deal with. And Aira levels that playing field where anything that's visual can suddenly become available, whatever it is.
Yeah. And for all those listeners who don't know who Michael Hinsing is, he has a claim to 9/11. Can you tell a little bit about that? We did a podcast with you, and we'll put the links in there for it.
I worked in the World Trade Center, and on September 11th, I and my guide dog Roselle escaped after the terrorists attacked the towers. We went down the stairs and we got out. We wrote a book about it called Thunderdog, and then a later one for kids called Running with Roselle, although more adults buy it than children. And I still travel the country speaking and talking about September 11th, trust and teamwork, the lessons that we could learn, and trying to help people better understand blindness. And of course, it also gives me the opportunity to demo Aira. Every speech I do now, we definitely show Aira.
Well, that's great. Is there anything else you want to share with the listeners, Mike?
I think it's really important that people understand that Aira is not replacing cane or dog skills. Aira is an information source, and that's all it is. No matter what you do with it, it's an information source that allows me to have full access to any visual information that otherwise is not available to me. And that's exciting. The technology has progressed to the point where a product like this can exist and exist well, but nevertheless, it's all about providing information. And I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited that so many people are embracing stretching and going out of their comfort zone and doing so many things that maybe we never thought of doing. I understand that there was one agent who described an African safari for someone who was in Africa. The agent was wherever the agent was in the United States and described everything that the camera saw on the phone or with the glasses. And that's cool. Somebody's out doing an African safari. Other people are out doing any number of different things. And it's all because information is being made available through this system. So I urge everyone to sign up. The app is free, and then you can explore ways to use it. You can find the different kinds of plans that are available for Aira and decide which one works for you. But the bottom line is do it. Don't just stay in your standard comfort zone doing what you've always done. Aira really allows us to get out and truly be part of the community in a way that nothing else ever has.
And if they do it now, they'll be on the first rollout of the new surprise coming up here.
They will be in the first roll-up of the new surprise that has been sort of announced vaguely, which is that for Aira Explorers in the fall, there will be some level of free calling available, but you have to be an Aira Explorer to take advantage of that, at least at first. And there'll be other things that will be happening over time. There are a lot of new product developments that are occurring and will continue to occur. There will be a lot of other places that will become Aira Access besides Walgreens and AT&T and Wegmans Market and some colleges and universities. We're really excited about the way this is growing. I have been asked to direct the Do More Foundation, which is Aira's nonprofit entity. We'll be raising funds to help pay for some of the different kinds of things that Aira can do, and hopefully paying for grants so that people will be able to get Aira at a reduced price. But we're not there yet. That's a ways in the future. But it's the kind of thing that we're working toward. And Aira, as a growing company with a very imaginative set of people, really wants to make a difference and wants to do it in a really positive way. I think there's a lot to be said for what Suman Kandagandhi, the co-founder of Aira, said, which is we live for the day when the word accessibility will become a thing of the past.
Well, that's great. I want to thank you for all the awareness you're bringing to the blindness community with what you're doing with the Do More and what you're doing with Aira.
Well, it's a pleasure. I'm glad to be here and get a chance to talk to you and to all the people who are listening. And we'll be around and we'll keep visible, and we're really excited about the world ahead.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks very much.
Such a great time taking in all the events and always great news coming out of Aira. And be sure to download the free Aira app from either the App Store or the Google Play Store. And check them out on the web at aira.io. That's AIRA.io. Follow them on Twitter at AIRAIO. And be sure to enable the blind ability skill on your Amazon device just by saying enable blind abilities. And you can listen to us on the Victor Stream, any podcatcher of your choice. Just search for Blind Abilities. That's 2 words, Blind Abilities. Most importantly, I want to thank you, the listener. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed. And until next time, bye-bye.
When we share
what we see through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap between
the limited expectations and the realities of blind abilities.
The realities of blind abilities.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities. Download our app from the App Store, Blind Abilities, that's 2 words, or send us an email at info@blindabilities.com. Thanks for listening.